Hey Mark, for your exercises for these next 2 weeks to work on that right lateral hip pain that you're having after walking, we'll be doing 3 exercises before long walking bouts, halfway through. So for example, if you are hanging out with your children at the park, and then lastly, after walking bouts. So when you get home. So the first exercise is a hip joint mobilization. So you'll be doing this on your right side. So to do that, you're going to cross your right leg over your left and then gently clasp on the back of this right knee. And then as you inhale, exhale, and gently pull that knee towards your chest. Now, once you do that, you're going to hold it here because we're trying to mobilize that hip joint. So to do that, as you hold it here at the very end range where you feel like it can't go any further, you'll then do what's called oscillatory pressure. So essentially, you're just trying to move that knee just with some slight pressure at the very end range into a greater range of motion. This should not hurt, but you may feel a moderate to strong stretch kind of deep in the back of the hip. That's okay. And so what you'll do is you'll hold this oscillatory pressure for about 20 seconds and then repeat that for 3 sets. Second exercise is working on activation of the adductors as well as the internal rotators of the hip to try to compensate for a lot of the lack of activation of these muscles, but to also improve and decrease that right-sided lateral rotation of that leg when you're walking. So bring this foot in. So to do this, you'll be seated, place this ball or some kind of firm pillow between your knees, and then gently squeeze your knees right here so that you should feel some inner thigh activation. Again, hold that for about 20 seconds for 3 sets. Last exercise is going to be one that you're already familiar with. So with this, you're going to take a band, wrap it around your thigh right above your knee, and then from here you can either hold these bands just like this and then press out and then going back, press out and going back. So that's option 1 for this exercise, or option 2, just press out and then hold it right here so these lateral hip muscles kind of deeper in the hip are activating. So again, we have the 3 exercises. We have the hip joint mobilization, ball squeeze, and then the banded press out. Doing these exercises for 3 sets of about 20 seconds each, before walking, halfway through walking, and then at the end of walking.